Hello, today we will be making this video in Cinema 4D. So let's start. First of all, we will open a blank project and then we will insert a plane. Next, we will modify this plane, change width value to 6000 and height value to 600 and then zoom out. Next, insert a sphere and here change segment value to 100. Enter. Next, move this little upward. So change Y value to 100 centimeter. Okay, this looks good. Next, we will insert a cube. Now change Z value of this cube to 10 centimeter. Next, we will bring in a cloner. Cloner is here. Now make this cube child of this cloner. Now click on this cloner and over here on mode change this value to grid array and then count, make this 1, this also 1 and this make it 10. Next change this mode to endpoint and enter value size 200, next 200 and lastly also 200. Enter. Okay, good. Next we will go and insert a Voronoi fracture. Now here is our Voronoi fracture. Here drag this sphere and make child of our Voronoi fracture like this. Now click on this Voronoi fracture and go to sources over here and under this there will be a point generator distribution. Click on this and click delete. Next drag this cloner and drop on this source. Now click on this cloner and move it up and move it back like this. Next we will insert one more cloner. So go to MoGraph and click cloner. So here is our cloner 1. Now make this Voronoi fracture child of cloner 1. Click on cloner 1. Go to mode over here and change this to grid array and then change this count to 2, 1 and 1 and mode change this value to endpoint and on size make this 1500, this 200 and this 200. Click enter and this is how our scene setup now looks like. Now click on this cloner 1 and move it backward. Move it somewhere like change this x value to minus 500. Perfect. Next for this cloner what we will do is we will make it hidden. So here are two dots, double click on both these two dots and this will hide our cloner object. Now we will insert a null object. So go to here and click on this null object. Now for cloner 1 minimize this, cloner minimize this and move this cloner just above the cloner 1 like this. So we have cloner on top and cloner 1 on bottom. Now use shift key and select both the cloner and make both of them child of this null object like this. So cloner and cloner 1 are now child of our null object. Now click on null object and move them backward like this. Change this x value to minus 1500. Now we will be making a blade frame. For that insert a cube, zoom in and resize this like this, little bit upward and little bit this side. Okay, this looks good. Make it little bit more taller. Okay, now what we'll do is we will click on this, we will copy it by clicking Ctrl C, and we will paste it on the same place by clicking Ctrl plus V. Now we have both the cubes on the same place. So what we will do is we will resize the newly pasted cube. So drag it like this, resize from here and resize from here. Okay, this looks good. Make it little bit taller here, and this is how it now looks like. We will click on display and click on Gouraud shading lines. Next, we will insert a bull object. So go over here and click on this bull. Now we will move this cube just above the cube 1. So move it like this. Now we have cube on top and cube 1 on bottom. Now use shift key and select both the cube and make both of them child of bull like this, and this is how our frame now looks like. Next we will go to display and select Gouraud shading, and now we will make a blade, and to make the blade we will go to here and we will insert a plane. So here is our new plane. We will change the orientation to -z like this, and then change the width to 20 centimeter like this. Okay, this looks good. Next we will insert another cloner. So go to MoGraph and click on cloner. Now make this plane child of this cloner. Click on this cloner, change this mode to grid array and change this value to 1, this also 1, and make this 10, and then mode change this to endpoint and select value as 200, 200 and 200. Click enter. So now our blades are ready. Next we will complete this scene setup by creating two walls. So click on this cube, move it this side, resize, resize from top, again resize, resize further, further. Okay, this looks good. Now change the X value to 6000, and this looks good. Now click on this, Ctrl C and click Ctrl V and move this over here like this. Perfect. This now looks good. So next we will increase the number of frames. So come here and type 200 and then expand this. Perfect. Next we will animate our null object. So let me reposition this. Okay, so click on null object, make sure that you are on frame 0 and then click on this keyframe. Now zoom out. Next go to frame number 180 like this over here, and then move your null object toward here, and then ensure that X value is 3500, and then click on this keyframe again. Now let's see how our animation looks like. So click on this button to go back to frame 0 and then play. Click on this button. Okay, so this looks good. So I will stop the video, go back to frame 0, and then I will click on this plane over here. So this is the plane. Right click on this, go to simulation tag and click on collider body. Next go to null object, expand this cloner 1, click on Voronoi fracture, right click, simulation tags and make it rigid body, and over here click on dynamics, and on this trigger make this on collision, then go to collision and change this bounce value to 0% and friction value also to 0%. Next, come back over here, zoom in and click on this blades. Here is our blade plane 1. Right click on it, go to simulation tag and make it collider body. And then change bounce value to 0% and friction value to 0%. Next, click on this wall over here, which is nothing but this cube. Right click on this cube, click on simulation tag and make it collider body. And also on this cube 1, right click, simulation tag and make it collider body. And now let's see how our animation looks like. So position this and click on play. Perfect. This looks good. So let's stop this animation. Go back to frame 0. Now let's have another look from different angle. So let's see from here. So click again, animation play. And this looks good. So stop this animation, go back to frame 0, and now we will create material for our different objects. So come to this material manager and double click on this newly created material. And now what we are doing is we are making gold colored material. So come to colors, click on this color, click on RGB and then change this RGB value. Make R value as 170, G value as 95 and B value as 35 and click enter. So this is how the new color will look like. Next, go to reflectance, click on layers, click on add and click reflection legacy. Now click on layer 1 and over here change this average value to metal. Next, on this layer color, click on this texture, go to surfaces and click on metal. Next, double click on this blue material and over here double click on this color picker, double click and here again click on RGB and we will change this RGB value. So make R as 200, G as 130 and B value to 5 and say OK. Now come back to this another color, double click here and again click on RGB and change this R value to 230, G value to 175 and B value to 100 and click OK. See, this is how our new gold color material looks like. Now click on this and come back. Now on this texture, click here and click copy shader. Now go to bump, check this bump, come back to texture and click on paste shader and then change this strength value to 10%. Enter and then close. Now we will apply this gold material to our sphere. So click on this Voronoi fracture and here on this colorize fragments uncheck and then drag this gold material and drop over Voronoi fracture and perfect. This is how our sphere now looks like. Okay, now we will color other materials. So double click, create new material, double click on this and come here, click on color and select a pink color. Next, go to reflectance, click on layers, click on add, reflection legacy, click on layer 1 and over here change this roughness value to 0, enter and over here brightness change it to 30%. Now this is how our new pink color looks like. So close this and apply this pink material on this plane. Okay, this looks good. Again double click new material, double click, reflectance uncheck, go to color and click on this option over here, spectrum, and then select a blue color, something like this. Close it and drag and drop this blue material over here, this, and over here, this. This is how it now looks like. Next, again double click, create new material, double click on this and make it white color. Reflectance uncheck. Close it, drag and drop on this blades frame. Again double click, new material and make it black like this. Uncheck on reflectance. Close it, drag and drop on this blades. Okay, this looks good now. Now zoom out and let's play our animation. Click on play and let's see how this looks like. Okay, so this looks good. So pause, go back to frame 0, and now we will give some background. So click over here and insert a floor, and let's give a color to this floor. Before that, push this floor little bit downwards. Perfect. Now double click over here, create new material, click on color, and over here on texture, go to surfaces and select simple noise. And on this color, double click over here, double click on first color and select green, light green, click OK. Double click on this other color and select dark green like this, click OK and close. Now drag this material and drop on floor. Now this looks good. Make sure that this background is not visible, so adjust like this. Okay, this looks good. Lastly, we will insert a light object. So click on light and select area light. Now over here, drag it little bit backward, bring it upward like this, and then click R on your keyboard and then rotate like this and make it 90°. Enter, and then again tilt it little bit towards the front like this. Perfect. Click E on your keyboard and bring it little bit upward. Okay, this looks good. Next we will do a render settings. So click on render setting, go to effect and select global illumination. Again go to effect and select ambient occlusion, and over here go to accuracy and make it 100%. Enter, and on maximum samples make it 128 and enter, and then go to output and over here click on this button and go to film video and select HDTV 1080 29.97 frames, and over here frame range change this to all frames and then close. Lastly, go over here and select physical sky. Perfect. This now looks good. Now let's play our animation for the last time and we are done. So click on this animation, play here, and let's see how this looks like. Okay, perfect. So this looks good. Now the only thing which you need to do is stop this animation, go back to frame 0 and click on this render button and say yes, and this will start rendering your all the images and animation. And this is how our skin look like. So thanks for watching this video. If you like it, give me a like, subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and thank you very much for watching this video.